Fifth grade, chapter 6, lesson 5, add and subtract fractions. You can use what you have learned about common denominators to add or subtract fractions with unlike denominators. Unlike the problem. Malia bought shell beads and glass beads to weave into designs in her baskets. She bought 1/4 pound of shell beads and 3/8 pound of glass beads. How many pounds of beads did she buy? So they want us to underline the question that we will need to answer. So what is that? Okay, so how many pounds of beads did she buy? And then draw a circle around the information we need to use. So we need to use what? 1/4 pound and 3/8 pound. Write your answer in the simplest form. So they want us to find a common denominator. So 1/4 and 3/8. What would our common denominator be? 8. So do we have to change both of them? No, just one of them. So they said find a common denominator by multiplying denominators, which they actually said is 4 times 8, which is what? Which is 32. Okay, so we're going to do it where they want us to do it this way first and then go over and find the least common denominator of not having to change both of them. Okay, so then it says use the common denominator to write equivalent fractions with like denominators and add and write your answer. So they said our new denominator was going to be 32, right? So how did I get from 4 to 32? Times 8. What I do on the bottom, I also do on the top. So I have 8/32. Then we said our new denominator was 32. How did I get from 8 to 32? Times 4. 3 times 4, what I do on the bottom, I do on the top. 3 times 4 is 12. So 12 over 32. So what is 8 plus 12? 20. So 20 over 32. Now, is that in simplest form? No. What number can go into both 20 and 32?
2.
We know 2 for sure, but what about any more? 4, right? How many times does 4 go into 20? 5 times. And 4 into 32? 8 times. So they're saying our answer is 5/8. Now they want us to get our least common denominator, and what did we say that was, guys? 8. So we don't have to change 3/8, but we have to change 1/4. So we said our new denominator would be 8. How did we get from 4 to 8? Times what? 2. What I do on the bottom, I do on the top. And then what is that? 1 times 2 is 2. And then we don't have to change our other one, so 3/8 equals 5/8. Our answer is 5/8. Explain how you know whether your answer is reasonable. We could estimate 1/4 to what, guys? 2 0 and 5/8 to 3/8. Yeah. So 3/8 to what, guys?
1/2.
To 1/2. So 0 plus 1/2 equals 1/2, which is close to what? Which is close to 5/8. Example, when subtracting two fractions with unlike denominators, follow the same steps you follow when adding two fractions. However, instead of adding the fractions, subtract. So they want 9/10 minus 2/5. Are we going to have to change both of those? No, just one of them. What's going to be our new denominator? Tenths, right? So we don't have to change the first one, so we can go ahead and write 9/10. On our next one, we need to get to tenths, right? How did I get from 5 to 10? Times 2. So what I do on the bottom, I also do on the top. So 2 times 2 is 4. So 9/10 minus 4/10 is 5/10. And then do I need to reduce or simplify?
Yes.
Yes. which equals 1/2, because 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 10 twice. Describe the steps you took to solve the problem. We left 9/10 the same, but got a common denominator for 2/5, which equals 4/10. We then took 9/10 minus 4/10, which equals 5/10, and simplify to 1/2. Number 2, explain how you know whether your answer is reasonable. We can estimate 9/10 to 1 and 2/5 to half. Therefore, 1 minus 1/2 equals 1/2. Share and show. Find the sum or difference. Write your answer in simplest form. So 5/12 plus 1/3. Do we have to change both of those or just one? Just one. Which one are we going to have to change?
1/3.
1/3. So we're going to keep 5/12 the same, but we need to change 1/3 into what's going to be our new denominator?
12.
12. So how did I get from 3 to 12?
Times 4.
Times 4. So what I do on the bottom, I also have to do on the top. So 1 times 4 is 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. And then I keep my denominator the same. Is that in simplest form? No. What number goes into 9 and 12?
3.
3. How many times does 3 go into 9?
3 times.
3 times. How many times does 3 go into 12?
4 times.
So my answer is
3/4.
2/5 plus 3/7. Do I need to change both or just keep one the same and change the other?
Change 4.
Change both. Okay. So I'm going to have 2/5 plus 3/7. What's going to be my new denominator, guys? What number goes into both, or what does 5 and 7 both go into?
35.
35. Okay. So my new denominator for 35. How did I get from 5 to 35?
7.
Times 7. So what I do on the bottom, I also do on the top. 2 times 7 is
14.
14. How did I get from 7 to 35?
Times 5.
Times 5. What I do on the bottom, I also do on the top. So 3 times 5 is
15.
15. So 14 plus 15 is 29 35. And circle my answer. 1/6 plus 3/4. You change both or one? Both. What's my new denominator going to be? 12. Okay, we could use 24, but what's the least common denominator, guys? 12. Okay, how did I get from 6 to 12?
Times 4.
Times
Times 2.
times 2. What I do on the bottom, I also do on the top. So 1 times 2 is
2.
2. To get from 4 to 12, I multiply by
3.
3. And I do on the bottom, I also do on the top. So 3 times 3 is
9.
9. So 9 plus 2 is
11.
11. 11,
12.
12. 3/4 minus 1/8. Do I need to change both or just one?
1.
Just the one. So I'm going to have 3/4. What's my new denominator? 8. How did I get from 4 to 8?
Times 2.
What I do on the bottom, I also do on the top. So 3 times 2 is
6.
6. So I'm going to have 6/8 minus 1/8 equals,
5/8.
and I'm going to circle my answer. 1/4 minus 1/7. What is going to, do I need to change both or just one? Both. What's going to be my new denominator? 28. So I'm going to have 1/4 minus 1/7. So then I need a new denominator of 28 for both. So how did I get from 4 to 28? Times 7. So what I do on the bottom, I also do on the top. 1 times 7 is 7 to 28. times 4. What I do on the bottom, I also do on the top. 1 times 4 is 4. So 7 minus 4 is,
3.
so 3/28. Can I simplify or reduce that?
No.
No. That is my answer. 9/10 minus 1/4. Do I need to change both or just one? Both, right? So we have 9/10 minus 1/4. What's my new denominator?
40.
Okay, you could do 40, but what
20.
my least common denominator is 20. How did I get from 10 to 20? Times 2. So they do on the bottom, I also do on the top. So 9 times 2 is 18. How did I get from 4 to 20? Times 5. What I do on the bottom, I also do on the top. 1 times 5 is 5. So 18 minus 5 is,
13/20.
so 13/20. Can I reduce that? No.